Welcome. Now in this module, this is part 2 of change management. Change management is extremely important. We're trying to regulate and control changes so that we can not only maintain a stable, optimized state of IT, but also be agile and meet business requirements and develop IT so that the business is successful. So this is the URL, ITIL Change Management Best Practices. Let's take a look. As we saw, this is a continual process improvement from ITIL service strategy, and we're taking a look at the change management from service reporting and service measurement objectives. Now, what's the mission of change management? The mission of the IT change management process is to implement changes in the most efficient manner while minimizing the negative impact on customers when changes are implemented. KPIs for tracking success of the IT change management process are as follows. Number 1, successful changes. The number of changes that have been completed successfully compared to the total number of completed changes. The higher the percentage of successful changes, the better. Number 2, backlog of changes. The number of changes that are not yet completed but are still going on, still are being tweaked and tuned. While this absolute number depends on the size of the organization, it should not grow over time. Number 3, emergency changes. The number of completed emergency changes which have been done, this absolute number depends on the size of the organization and should not increase over time. So let's take a look at the scope of change management as per the ITIL best practices. The scope of the IT change management process is limited to change implementations that will cause a service to become unavailable or degraded during service hours. Number 2, the functionality of a service to become different or to change. The CMDB, the configuration management database, to require an update. Other IT changes don't usually require formal change management. Instead, they can be tracked as standard IT activities. And what are the IT change management procedures? How do you actually do this? First, you request for change review. Change coordinators use this procedure when they are dealing with requests for change. B, change planning. Change coordinators and specialists employ this process to prepare the implementation process or the implementation activities for changes, how it will actually be done. Then you have the third step, change approval. The change manager and approvers, for example, the customer representatives and service owners, follow this procedure to approve planned changes. Then you have step number 4, change implementation. Specialists use this process to implement infrastructure changes. And then finally, we close the change. Specialists follow this procedure when they perform production tests after changes have been implemented, and change coordinators employ it to close out the change. It's all been done successfully, it's monitored, and there's no problems with the change. Now the new IT updated portal or service is running properly, and we can close the change process. That's all that we have for this module. Thank you.